Well, we won the Memorial Cup in 1941, and that was the highlight of hockey next to the NHL. You had the NHL as number one, and junior hockey in Canada was number two, and the Memorial Cup was very, very big. And we won it in 1941. Before that, the game was tied, and I scored the so-called winning goal with about 2 minutes to go. And then I got a penalty. And while I was in the box, the Montreal Royals scored 2 goals to beat us 4-3. And the big headline in the paper said, Fabro, Ranger hero to GOAT. So that was one of the highlights of my career. Well, I was, I was pretty downhearted, yeah.
Understandable.
Well, we had to play that was the 4th game, and we had to play the final game because it was best of 5 in Toronto, and we won there to win it.
And what was that experience like, playing in Toronto as a young man in the Memorial Cup?
Very, very big, very big. It was, it's a highlight, a real highlight. The crowds grew later on with the Memorial Cup, but we probably had about 6,000-7,000 people there, which, I think the Maple Leaf Gardens in those days only had about 10,000 people. So it was well, well populated. Yeah, quite a chapter in your life. You say, to yourself, I'm walking down the same halls that some of the NHLers walk down. So it made you feel pretty important. Routine.
Yeah.
No, we were kindred spirits, I'd call it. Yeah. The line I played with was special because we were the first line for the Rangers, and in the Memorial Cup final, Billy Robinson, our center man, he scored 8 goals. Les Hickey, our right wing, he scored 7, and I played left wing, and I scored 6. So we had the 3 of us combined to 21 goals. So it was creditable. We had to beat somebody in Thunder Bay or Fort Francis, I forget which one, but that was at the inter-province playoff. And then we had a tough series against the Saskatoon Quakers. And they had a few future NHL players on their roster, and it went to, in those days it was 5 games, and it went to 5 games, and we beat them pretty handily in Winnipeg on the 5th game. So we advanced then to the Memorial Cup. And the Memorial Cup, we had to use Toronto as our home base. And we played Montreal Royals, and of course they used Montreal as their home base. So, and it was best of 5 there too. Yeah, well, it's sort of a Hollywood feeling, you say, well, I'm in the limelight. You think, you're the star of everything, but you're just another guy walking down the street when you think about it. Yeah, they were reasonable. Yeah, I never had any sort of feelings about they coached. Some of them were pretty basic, they'd change the lines, and that was it. Like when you compare what the style that we played under and the coaching we had compared to today, it's like day and night. Here they go into great detail about many things. How you make your turns, how you pass the puck, how you do all stuff like that. They never. We did a lot of conditioning. That was our thing, and the rest was physical. You're skating like hell and trying to keep away from body checks and stuff like that. Well, in the Memorial Cup, Baldy Northcott was our coach, and he was played with the Chicago Blackhawks in his playing days, but he was a typical nice man, and all he did was change the lines. So that's what I remember about him. Yeah.